Mr. Speaker.
I call Stephen Browning, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This budget fails to make the visionary change we need for Aotearoa New Zealand, especially in the era of urgency around climate change and especially with agriculture as a major component of New Zealand's economy. And let's focus on agriculture. The government in this budget's maintaining its approximately 10 million spend on the agricultural greenhouse gas consortium's research centre and some pastoral research as well, all around its contribution around climate change mitigation. But what are those things that the agricultural greenhouse gas consortium's up to? It's looking at inhibitors to put in the rumen of cows, for example. It's looking at nitrification inhibitors. The same sort of thing that we found when we had nitrification inhibitors for a short period until we found it in our milk, that was also damaging flora and fauna in streams. That's the sort of things they want to do. They want to get inside the gut of the cows and change it, treat it like a factory rather than an animal that could be producing in a more natural way. Where in this budget is there a decent allocation of anything? And in fact, where is any allocation for the organic sector that has solutions for these things as we speak? Government's doing 10 million there in mitigation. Organic milk, for example, only makes up at this moment 1% of production. But there's a mismatch. $10,000 per tonne for milk powder, if any of us wanted to buy it off Fonterra at the moment, and all they can get for their conventional is $3,000. The farmers don't get all that balance, but this government should be doing something acknowledging that value proposition when they want to double export value. It also should be looking at the fact that the Greenhouse Gas Consortium is wanting to look at soil carbon. Well, organics in dairying has a 28% higher carbon storage in the soil. We already have the answers. 43% more earthworms, there's more diversity, there's a more resilient pasture that will put up and will be able to resist some of the issues around climate change, whether it be flooding or drought. It has a higher capacity around resilience, and it has a massive 58% less nitrate leaching into waterways. Where is the money for organics that we part of our 100% pure New Zealand? Other aspects that really concern me, that this budget finally is doing another pesticide residue tests in baby food. The Total Diet Survey that comes out theoretically every 5 years, Australia does it every 2 years, is overdue by a year. This budget thankfully goes there, but it is woefully inadequate and just has a minor amount of testing over a minor range of food. And if we look at babies in particular and young children, something that the Primary Production Select Committee's been looking at, we know from evidence supplied there that's open to the public that this is woeful. This occasional spend is woeful. Pesticide residues are coming through food in a consistent way. In organics, it's very marginal, the level of pesticides ever found in food. But in conventional, it is commonplace. It is the majority of foods carry pesticide residues. We could be going down the organic path that would look after our citizens, our community, would reduce our health bill, reduce the cancers, reduce the endocrine disruption issues, reduce the neurological disease, if we went down that path, same time as mitigating climate change and dealing with our economy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This budget is woeful for agriculture.
The next
Mr.
call
Speaker.
is a split call. Dr. Jiang Yang, 5 minutes.